Croeso and welcome to Tales for Wales, the pod that never fails to bring the battle to the boys, to be the battle of the bulge, hello, darling, and to battle your heart's content with love and history. And in this week's episode, we're talking about a battle. Because you've already seen the title of the episode, so you already know that, don't you, clever darling? Oh, yes!
I enjoyed that you just used the word battle about 6 times there. So why not? Just rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Normally we try and do the rule of 3, come up with 3 separate things. I just said battle of the bulge, battle of
3,
something.
when I'm going to double that. And I was thinking, how can you top battle of the bulge? Because that's just a funny little word.
It is
anyway.
funny. But it's so embarrassing to die at the battle of the bulge.
We died at the battle of the bulge. I was positively bulging at the battle of the bulge.
Oh, did you see their little uniforms?
Oh, matron. Were you at the battle of the bulge? Oh. And so many people died there. Big respect.
Yeah, I know. It's like a horrific battle. We're just laughing about fucking poor
Can't they
war
just
heroes.
Retroactively change that name?
Battle of the I don't know.
Battle of the fucking big boys.
Yeah,
that's mildly better. Think about it harder than that. But
yeah. You went out last night without me. You went out without me, and I wanted to record and have a laugh. And you wouldn't let me have a laugh.
I said, oh, sorry, mate, I'm going to have to shoot down that fucking winged dream. It cannot fly. I've just clipped it. Because, I was out for my teen-anniversary. Because,
what's that?
I
hate that
exactly. I know. We've got so many anniversaries. We've got the anniversary of our actual wedding. We've got the anniversary of our first proper date. And then we've got the teen-anniversary, which is the anniversary of when we first went on a date when we were 17, when we were just little boys. And I got miraculously pied off after us. But don't know why she wants to commemorate that, but we do.
Yeah, so for context, Jack met his wife when they were younger. Jack was 17 and she was 13, but then she said no.
Very good. Both 17. Thank you.
Both 17, actually, Daddy.
I was going to go full on, she said she was 12.
She said she was 12. I love that video. So you were at the Battle of the Bulge with your missus last night.
Yeah, I was certainly fighting a bulge on that date. But hello.
We watched Twilight. Camp noises this week.
Yeah. My favourite ones actually are from Extras with Ricky Gervais, where he's the camp genie.
Oh, I've been in that bottle so long. I've been burnt out of all recognition.
And the strain is just perfect every time.
Yeah. I wanted to record, and you wanted to go on a date with your wife, and I was left alone in the dark. I didn't like it.
I've alone, just my flat on my own, my dog.
No, because it's my last. This should be my last week in the flat, and me and Em were doing. Actually, to be fair, the house has been fucking disgusting because there's just boxes everywhere, painting everywhere, it's just literally.
It's the absolute worst, isn't it?
Yeah, and I work it from home,
packing everything up and clutter everywhere.
I hate clutter. My brain can't handle clutter. I need clean, tidy area for work and stuff, and it's just hell on earth. But we did fucking loads yesterday, and then I had a couple of oddies, and that post thingy, and I was like, come on, this is prime for an absolute mega sesh for the pod. I'm really glad we didn't, because I've got so much to do today and this week, but I was weak last night. I was begging you.
You just keen for the swell. To be fair, I did a shit day in work. I was a bit depressed of just being in work in general, especially after a quite good weekend. And it was I just hate work. I want to just not work ever again. And it was all that so shit feelings. As soon as I had a pint in the pub, I was just like, you know what? Life's not too bad, is it? We haven't got it too bad.
Yeah, I can't wait to be in a pub. But I am doing dry Feb, so but I don't really know if my heart's in it, if I'm honest.
I didn't even. I said to myself I wouldn't have the beers after Brussels. I was like, I'll stop the beers and just do spirits, sort of less cals per drink. Haven't even bothered with that. I just can't be bothered. Why am I? No. Why lie to myself? I'm just going to be true to me from now on. That's my New Year's resolution.
True to me, true to myself, true to God. Exactly. I also think we really want to push the Patreon, because we're not very good at pushing it, and it is what keeps the pod keep the lights on, and keeps the fucking tax man off our back, which we don't speak to anyway.
Yeah.
But, shut up, don't mention tax.
Shut, they might be listening.
Yeah. Anyway, but we have a 3-tiered system. We have a 2-tiered police system here at the pod.
Yeah.
Where tier 1, there's actually 4 tiers. You just get joined up, and you get like some behind the scenes stuff that we post in there and polls and things, and we both agreed.
Yeah, that's a freebie. You can just join for free and you get access to all those stuff.
We've decided we're going to emphasize more support for the content for the Patreon, because they pay and keep, they're incredibly generous during a tough time. They pay, no one's got a huge amount of money at the moment, but they pay monthly. And if you pay £1 a month, you can just chuck £1 in, and we use that to keep the lights on, pay for the podcasting system and the software that we use. For tier 2, £5 a month. Well, they've all got funny Welsh names, but I can't remember them. But you get 2 bonus episodes.
First one's registered Welshophile for £1 a month.
That's good gear.
That's good gear, yeah. The second one is Jibber Jabber.
Yeah.
That's the £5 a month one, and with that one you get
one of our only negative comments. That's
for dark chapter in our in our history.
Some lady said there's too much jibber jabber from those 2 boys, and we said,
look at her now. I'd like to see how much she's in on Patreon, bitch. Anyway, not on bitter, still very very bitter. And
that's 2 bonus episodes a month on that tier, and then tier 3, which is called Taily, which means family. And it's also the Royal Guard for like Welsh princes. So, not that we think we're Welsh princes, but you get 2 bonus
princes and you're battle guards.
You get 2 bonus episodes a month there. And then after 1 month, you get personalized album art, which Jack makes. After 3 months, you get a dedicated episode to your hometown, which goes out on the Patreon. After 6 months, we turn you into a Welsh legend and we make up a Mabinogion tale on you. And then after 12 months, you get a coat of arms that Jack designs. And then 18 months, you get a free merchandise t-shirt. And some people are just do the tier 3 and don't even claim their bonuses. So get in touch when
God bless them.
Yeah, God bless them.
God bless
we don't have to do anything. But we have decided this year we're going to we had a catch up the other night, relatively sober catch up, where we planned
that sober, relatively
sober to plan for 2026 Patreon stuff, and we got quite a few fun ideas. So get on there.
A couple of ideas I think you're going to love.
And if you don't, we also love you just as much, because everyone's entitled to love, no matter your financial backing,
your Patreon status. It's not it's a very tiered system on the Patreon, but it's not a 2-tiered system in terms of our love giving. So don't worry about
that. Right, now banter. Back to banter.
Right, let's get back to the banter. I was going to bring up I were on the weekend. You were sadly missed, my friend, where we went out to Bridgend. We watched a low-level rugby game, the Bridgend Ravens. And I can't. Our war cry, the Bridgend Ravens war cry. I will tell you now, I didn't pay a lot of attention to the game. Sorry, any Bridgend Ravens fans. It was fucking freezing. We spent about 30% of the time talking about how cold it was. And then the rest of it, we were just like a gaggle, a little... What's that?
Was it pissing down with rain?
No, we were lucky with the no rain, but it was the stands made like an air tunnel, and like the wind was it was Baltic, my friend. And it was when you have to keep switching your pint hand because it's just frosting over. So we were doing that, whinging about the cold a lot. I even got a burger that was like the most, like those side, the little burger vans they have at these things, like these low level football matches. They're usually amazing burgers, though, aren't they? You know what I mean? Like they're slop, but they're really tasty. These were absolute rat burgers with a bit of cheese on it. They're gross, but I was just using it for the warmth. I was like pocketing it on my
burger
hands.
Van. Also, we don't call it low level; we call it grassroots. Actually, Jack. So grassroots sports. The burger vans are some of the best burgers going. Like they are pure, like really knuckle and like ass and like fucking wrecked.
But they always taste phenomenal, usually anyway. But this was the exception. So Bridgend Ravens, I don't know who's your caterer, mate, but you got to sort that out.
Maybe it's a raven,
a bloody raven, a symbol of our team. But no, it was good fun actually. And I remember talking to the boys. Listen, actually, I remember Yeah, at the end of the day, right, when all said it's done, I was talking to the boys and I was saying I am kind of jealous because I'm the non-sporty one of the gang. I was like saying how jealous I am of the passion that comes with like backing a sport like that.
Yeah,
because there was all these people out there in the freezing cold, but like they all chose to be there to like support their team, and I was sort of jealous of like that. I don't have that kind of that big
I want to
group,
be religious, man. I wish I could believe in God so then I could join the church because they always seem so fucking happy, and I wish I had that.
If I was going to be religious, so I want to be like one of those boozy
Islam.
religious guys,
oh, right.
you know. I want to be in Islam, yeah, inshallah.
I want to be Islam. Yeah, but Christians can be boozy. You know, like we always say, the West Walian vicar is like one of the best people to be. Oh, bloody hell, look at that!
Yeah, always pissed down the pub when he's not giving a sermon. Yeah, that's the sort of. Yeah, I don't want to be judged for the sin of. Is it a sin to drink?
No, it's not. No, mate, Jesus fucking necked it.
Oh, but gluttony's a sin, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the amount we drink, I'd say that sort of does dip into gluttony a little bit.
We might be residents of the glutton house. Yeah, we do. We might fall into that sin.
Everyone gets one, though, right?
Did
That's
I put
the teaching of Jesus? You'll get one.
I had a note to say, I actually looked at the 7 deadly sins, and I think I got like at least 7 of them easy. Let's have a quick goggle of what the 7.
You got 7 deadly sins. You got 7 of them easy. So
three.
All right.
So
I was thinking, pride. I got all of them. Tick them off the list.
Excessive belief in one's own ability. I don't have pride because I actually am full of self-doubt. So I don't think we got
pride.
that.
I'd say I don't have either. All right, we're in the clear on that.
Greed, an insatiable desire for material possessions, wealth, or power. I don't think we're incredible.
No,
power.
I wouldn't say no for like money and power. Not really. I wouldn't say we're greedy boys.
No. Lust, an intense, uncontrolled desire for craving, often of a sexual nature.
The cravings of the flesh.
Yes. Give me a bit of your flesh. I don't know if we got a lot. In my youth, maybe I was a lustful young boy.
Lust for life. All right. Yeah.
Lust for life.
University life. Yeah.
Sloth. Hello.
Ooh, I may dabble with a bit of sloth here and there.
Apathy, lazy, failure to utilize one's talents and do what is right. We got a couple of sloth heads here, I reckon. We're a bunch of sloths.
Yeah, not full-time sloth. Maybe a part-time sloth.
No, but we definitely dabble in sloth.
See me on a Sunday. That's a fucking picture of sloth right there.
So that's one of 4 so far. Wrath. Uncontrolled.
We're not
feelings
very
of anger.
wrathful, I don't think.
I have a bit of wrath in me sometimes. I have feelings of anger and rage. And
I know what mine is. I get a bit of wrath, but then I'm too slothful to engage with my wrath.
You got to balance the sloth, then you'll never have full wrath.
The two wrongs do make a right, apparently.
As a young man, I had lust and wrath coming out the wazoo, but now I'm my sloth.
It was coming out your pores, the lust and the wrath back then.
You have wrath when tech issues arise.
Oh yeah. You don't want to be in my wrathful way when a tech issue.
And I have wrath on like pathetic things, like I don't know, if someone's chewing with their mouth opened and I want to bounce this.
Oh, I've seen that live at the cinema with that big fat woman was bloody gobbling her popcorn just a couple of decibels too loud for your liking.
Wrath
made us move seats.
Get
out of the way before the wrath hits you, lady.
I've never told so many people off as I have at the cinema. I have become a fucking vicious, wrathful pig at the cinema. Well, if you rustle your bag, you're getting glared until they say, "Sorry, mate, can you do that outside?" And then asking someone to open their bag outside is quite mad. Anyway,
there was a guy in the cinema the day we went to see Bone Temple, which sounds like a porno. Go back to that. Circle back to that. There's fun to be had there. But there's a guy behind me, and he was trying to whisper, but it was so loud, and he was like going, M&M's in the popcorn. That was a good idea, wasn't it? And then later on, you could tell he was just digging for the M&M's. He's making such a fucking racket with his little claw going through filtering through his fucking popcorn.
I did it with actually the one 28 years later, the one before Bone Temple. I went to go see that. I was with my mate Fletcher, and this couple kept talking. And I was like, it was about 10 minutes in, and I said, "Sorry guys, do you mind not talking whilst the film's on?" And they carried on talking. I said, "If you want to talk, there's a fucking Costco outside. You can go have a coffee there." And they both were like, "Oh!"
That's an absolute lash. A lash of the tongue.
You'll get one, but yeah. So I got a bit of wrath. Right, the last two. Envy, the desire to possess what others have, often with sadness or resentment. I don't
maybe
think
a dabble in that. Not really
you've got a
envious,
bit
but like
more
sometimes
envy,
I look at, I just think
envy.
that sometimes live in my dream, and I'm like, why can't that be me?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's envy's like. It sounds like more effort, though, doesn't it? It sounds like you're active in it. I'm more like a passive envier.
Yeah, the envy seems like it's got resentment. But if I told you
I
had a
the
week
person
off
who
work,
did it. I'm just like, gutted it can't be me.
Yeah, you have an overriding sense of gut. You got this leads to the last one, gluttony, and I am fucking prime for gluttony. Me and you,
I think we're both a gluttonous pair.
Yeah, I think we glut on two different things: gluttony and overindulgence, or excessive consumption around food, particularly around food or drink. I am far more gluttonous with food. Like I could just. I am a pig. I am a little pig man from Pig Europe who pigs his way across the land. And you are a drunk.
A little drunkard at the tavern. Yeah, I'm absolutely. Like, I know who I'd play in like a medieval epic. I'd be the Friar Tuck, glugging at my fucking ceramic pot of wine. That's what I'd be doing.
So, quickly, pride, no. Greed, no. Lust, maybe. Envy, maybe. Gluttony, yes. Wrath, yes. Sloth, yes. So we've got quite a few, actually.
Not doing too bad.
No, I don't think you meant to collect them.
No, I also think the point is to avoid all of them.
Yeah, I know.
But it's like, I only got 3.
Right.
It's not
I think
quite
between
50%.
us, we got about 5. So... So,
okay, that's more than 50%. That's almost all of them. But I mean, no one's perfect.
Do you think that's what Hitler said? Fucking hell, no one's perfect, are they?
For God's sake,
fucking hell,
isn't
sorry.
You get forgiven, from Christ, God, the Holy Spirit. Come on.
Well, talking of people who should be forgiven, today's episode is all about a bastard from England who came over to Wales and starting a fight. Now, David, would you like to talk us through that, little Jack?
I will. So today, I'm going to be telling you, lovely listeners, I'm going to be talking all about a bloody battle between the Welsh and the English from the 17th of June, year of our Lord, 1282.
Ugh, a sad year. If you know,
it is a sad year. It's a bleak year for Welsh history, that one. But this was a nice little uptick that year before a very, very bad downtick. Anyway, the Battle of Llandeilo took place just outside the town of Llandeilo, hence the name, in the Towey Valley in Carmarthenshire during Edward I, aka Edward Longshanks' final conquest of Wales. By this time, Edward I of England was trying his damnedest to stamp out the Welsh rebellion, and he put a plan in place to invade Wales on 3 fronts, preventing the Welsh from coordinating effectively under Llywelyn ap Gruffydd, aka Llywelyn ein Lliw, Olaf, aka Llywelyn the Last. We've had a fair few listeners tune in recently, so for anyone who doesn't know, Llywelyn ap Gruffydd is one of Wales's most well-known princes. He led a Welsh rebellion against King Edward I of England in 1282. He's one of the big-time boys. You're probably the 2 biggest, I'd say, you hear in Wales, Llywelyn ap Gruffydd, Llywelyn ein Lliw Olaf, Llywelyn the Last, and Owain Glyndŵr. Would you say? Would you agree on that? Would you concur, Doctor?
I would.
Yeah, they're probably the most well-known. And he's a big-time boy. He was Prince of Gwynedd before he was Prince of Wales. And he sort of ruled Gwynedd and Wales very well during his reign. Had a long reign as well, which is not a lot of them get.
We've done a bunch of episodes on them as well, so you can.
Yeah, you can just look through our back catalogue. You'll find loads of episodes concerning him. So anyway, one arm of this 3-pronged attack on Wales was focused on the Kingdom of Deheubarth, located in South Wales. And Gilbert
probably
de Clare,
our favourite.
Yes, I do like Deheubarth. It's the closest one. We're actually would be back in the day. We'd be Morgannwg boys, wouldn't we? Probably in the Marshlands, actually. Yeah. But Deheubarth's probably just west of us, but that's like a cool southern kingdom.
It's weird, a southern, but it's like West Wales, but this class is southern, which I always throws me off because it's like, it's west.
I think back in the day, it was like you just had the north and the south differentiation more than anything, didn't you? Because it was Gwynedd and Powys were like the northern kingdoms. You wouldn't say it's the northeastern kingdom; they were just both. Sorry for Powys. You just say that the Gwynedd and Powys were the northern kingdoms, Deheubarth, Morgannwg, the southern. That's what I feel like it is anyway. Whenever I mean,
it is. But then Powys is huge, isn't it? It starts in the south, goes all the way up to the north.
It's kind of like mid as well,
Wales.
really. Yeah.
So I don't know, but we would have been Morgannwg, maybe Gwent. But then
there's a couple of cool characters from Morgana, but no big time hitters.
Where we grew up, it was like first taken over by the Norman lords, so this class is the martial lands.
The sort of Welshness there was stamped out quite early, wasn't it? So,
although maybe not stamped out, just it was overruled. So there were still Welsh people there speaking Welsh, but with Norman overlords, whereas the Haybarth and Gwynedd had Welsh overlords. You fucking
that's
idiot.
why you get like. Yeah, you fucking stupid bastard.
But
yeah, the Haybarth was was a kingdom that rebelled quite a lot against whoever was in the seat of power at the time, whether that was England or before that, like Saxons, Angles, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, so this one prong of the attack into Wales, like I said, was focused on the kingdom of the Haybarth. And to lead this force was a guy named Gilbert de Clare. He was 6th Earl of Hertford and 7th Earl of Gloucester. And he was charged with leading this one of 3 prongs into Wales. De Clare was one of the most powerful martial lords in Britain at the time, and he was tasked with capturing Ystrad Tywi, which was a stronghold of the Haybarth and was important both strategically and symbolically in the war. By controlling Ystrad Tywi, England would control the crossings on the River Tywi, trade routes between Carmarthen, Dynevor and the Black Mountains, as well as 2 major strongholds in Carrick-Kenning Castle and Dynevor Castle. We've actually covered those specifically in episodes before, so check them out as well. They're quite interesting. They were quite big players in terms of strongholds in all different manner of wars and rebellions and whatnot. The English were initially successful. They gained a foothold in the area by taking over Carrick-Kenning Castle and Llandeilo Castle. From there, they conducted raiding and plundering parties across Ystrad Tywi, killing and stealing from the local population. Before long, they had enough stolen swag that a large column of the army was ordered to carry the loot and supplies back to English-held territory. This little offshoot was led by William de Valence the Younger, son to William de Valence the Elder, who was the Earl of Pembroke at the time. And William the Younger also was escorted by his knight and royal servant Richard Argentine. The column consisted of around 1,600 infantry and 100 cavalry. Some sources also say there was a significant number of Welsh levies that made up that army. So just to sort of illustrate how fractured Wales was at the time, there was plenty that were on the side of Llywelyn's rebellion, but there was also people just trying to fucking get on with their lives, and they would pay. If they were getting paid by the English army, they'd work for the English army. This English detachment was supposedly heading through a narrow wooded valley when Welsh guerrilla fighters ambushed them, led by a guy named Rhys ap Meredydd, Lord of the Haybarth. He was a Lord of the Haybarth, and he was great-grandson of legendary Welsh leader Lord Rhys, who was the last ruler of United the Haybarth.
We got a good episode on him as well.
We do have a good episode on him as well. Check that out. Yes, it's a very good one. He's got a very good, a cool life, just so made up of so many high points. It's a really good episode. Go check it out. Exact numbers for the Welsh side aren't known, but it's accepted they'd have been a much smaller in number and a much less well-equipped army, as they usually were in these sorts of skirmishes. Despite this, the Welsh used the confined terrain and their local knowledge of the woodland to best the English. So the English cavalry were essentially useless in the crowded woodland valley, and using the classic hit-and-run tactics, the Welsh would pelt the soldiers with arrows and javelins, then run away, regroup, cut off retreat, what do they call it? Retreating routes, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Routes of retreat, that's a better way of saying it, isn't it? And then they'd regroup again, pelt them with arrows. They've used these sorts of tactics quite a lot, especially in forest landscapes when battles were.
Of course, it's chaos and fear, and it's like they hoop and holler.
So columns of infantry, they just degrade and they split, and order falls apart.
A long snake of a good English army, like a long snake with at the back of it, you got the supply train with all the weapons and food to feed a massive army. The Welsh
and the
know
horses
where they're going to be.
Can't get up any momentum or anything, because it's the terrain's just not meant for it, and then you're looking left and right and all your friends are getting pierced with javelins and arrows and God knows what. It's just
the leader at the front doesn't really have time to come back and kind of tell you what position to get into, so you kind of flummox in, and it avoids the Welsh having to get involved in a pitched battle because we don't have the numbers. So
we don't, especially and we're outnumbered and sort of usually outgeared as well, so it does make sense for the Welsh to run in and do hand to hand. But the battle was described as a particularly bloody affair, like I said, with Welsh cutting off routes of retreat as well. So even when the English would break ranks and leg it, they'd just get cut off and slaughtered as well. And even English accounts of the battle note the army as, and there's a quote, almost entirely destroyed, which is a rare admission in English sources from the time as well. So it goes to show that they really were like put to the sword quite well, because they would never normally admit that, especially when it was against the Welsh at the time, which was they'd usually downplay any losses like that. So along with the high body count, the Welsh also took the lives of William de Valence the Younger and that Sir Richard Argentine I mentioned. So those are like high profile kills for the Welsh there. They also got hold of all the plunder and all the resources that they were taking down to the English territory. So that would feed the Welsh war machine then, or the rebellion machine, if you like. So the Welsh also lost many in the fighting, but the Battle of Llandeilo Fawr was considered a tactical victory for Cymru. It stalled the English activity in the area for a number of weeks, and also delayed Edward Longshanks' three-pronged incursion into Wales as well, because one of the divisions was obviously massively reduced in manpower and force. Longshanks was furious at the loss, and he actually relieved Gilbert de Clare from his command on the 6th of July, so less than a month later, and actually replaced him with William de Valence the Elder, who was all too keen to pick up the command and avenge his fallen son. Although this victory didn't turn the tide of the overall war, it was a shining example of how Welsh guerrilla tactics were used to beat bigger and better equipped armies. And as we said earlier, if you've been listening to us for a while, you'll probably remember plenty of times we talked about the Welsh using the hit and run tactics, or using the environment to their advantage. It was kind of like our go-to, especially when we were normally outgunned and outnumbered, especially against like the English. But that era of Deheubarth would actually take part in future rebellions as well in 1287 and in Owain Glyndwr's rebellion of 1403. So the plucky, resistant nature of the era lived on even after Longshanks ended up conquering Cymru later that year in 1282. But yeah, that's a short and sweet rundown of the Battle of Llandeilo Fawr.
Nice. We like this is one of the first episodes we ever did, but we got lost to the annals of our poor audio and our shit recording at the very start, didn't it? But I do like going back to them. I love a battle episode. I know there's not loads of information on the early ones.
Some of the ones we did before that were the tech issues were like the audio was just too dog shit to like put out. We were thinking of going back and redoing them anyway, weren't we? So I don't mind redoing it, and I would say we're more confident podcasters these days as well. So it's a little bit easier for us to do it.
Do better research as well, so we get some more facts. But yeah, I love the battle ones. I just picture it, and I got a feeling that they are going to make a Welsh epic soon. I know they talked about a Glyndwr one with I can't remember.
It's long overdue, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's long overdue.
Yeah,
I am very hopeful for Excalibur with Dan Freeman. I think that is going to be class, and I think that'll really. I really hope that does well, because it sounds like so up our street, like basically a kind of Lord of the Rings in Wales almost.
Yeah, and it's giving ownership back to Welsh people for like a lot of stories of kind of
that could really that could really boost that appetite for more kind of epics in Wales. And I think it'd be stupid for people not to just go look at history.
Braveheart massively pumped nationalism in Scotland. And I think these things, like films, are really important. And I just think that Wales needs to have more stories that focus on its own history. I know we have lots of location filming in Wales and stuff, but we don't tell Welsh stories an awful lot, and I think that's something that we, like, Director Dan's definitely pushing. I'm
hoping that Excalibur will turn the tide on that a little bit. I think once it's been done once, and done well, I think the appetite will just be increased then.
I've just reposted it on our Insta channel, but the new Tales from Mabinogion, and we had the game developer from there on the pod like a year ago. Have you seen the update? It looks brilliant.
Oh no, I haven't actually seen them.
Oh man,
I've got it on my wish list on Steam.
Game. Well, take a look on have a look, and I've reposted it. It looks like it always looked really fun anyway, but the style and the artwork and stuff have come on like massively. So it looks like it won't be too long when I can actually play it. And that's a game about.
Maybe we'll get him on for the launch or something.
Yeah,
absolutely. When it goes live.
Yeah. Well, Diolch am gwrando. Thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah, like we mentioned at the start, Patreon would be really appreciative if you could support the pod, and we're going to up our Patreon stuff this year. So
even if you don't want to, fork out any cash or whatever, just honestly join the free one, because you'll get all the you still get the polls and like the little mini update stuff on us. Anyway,
And we're going to try and do them monthly. So stay in tune. We love you. Thank you. Bye.
Ta-ra, ta-ra, ta-ra.